1, 2, 3. Alrighty, my friends, welcome to today's lesson. We're going to be doing 3 levels of a break on Dark Hollow. Download the tabs in the description, get your guitar in your hands, and let's get started. So let's start with level 1. Level 1 is the melody. What's the melody? I'll give it to you. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to see you another man's darling, knowing that you'll never be mine. Okay, let's find that on the guitar. Melody, no frills. You can see that's written here. Melody, no frills. No gimmicks. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to see you alone, knowing that you're gone, cause me to lose my mind. Right? That's the melody. For any tune that you're learning and trying to create a break for, if you don't want to just learn whoever played guitar on that song, if you don't want to just learn their break, you actually want to learn how to play bluegrass, you have to learn things for yourself. So you could learn a bunch of Tony Rice breaks, but you probably still won't even know how to play guitar at that point. You'll just know how to play a Tony Rice break, or you'll know how to play whoever's break. But do you know how to play your music? That comes from you. This is how you learn how to do that. You start with the melody. I'd rather be in some dark hollow. Learn the melody. Where the sun don't ever shine than to see you alone. And I did a hammer on there. I'm trying to do just basic. Then to see you alone, knowing that you're gone, caused me to lose my mind. You want it to sound so simplified to start. That's level 1. So get that. You could even pull up, if you wanted, you could pull up Strum Machine, and let's say you go to like 90 beats per minute and you play just the basic melody. Beautiful. You start with that. You get the melody in your head and in your hands on the instrument. Then, where do you go next? In level 2, right, we have the melody. I called it melody, no frills. Now let's look at level 2. Whenever you have a melody like that has a pickup, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, I'd rather be. We want to have a pickup bar on our break when we lead to this main note, which is the start of the melody, or like the note that's on the beat. I'd rather be. We want to lead up to that note with a little run. So here's a little run. Right? That's a perfect one in G. 1, 2, 3, and a 4 E and a 1. Now, with the second bar here, 1 and a 2 E and a. So we've got some cross picking here. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Right, quickly. And then that next bar is just. Right. Rather be in some dark hollow. Okay. Now, the next part of the melody, right? What does it go to? Where the sun don't ever shine. So we want to have a pickup note that, or a run of notes that leads into sun don't ever shine. So I'm going to use this. And we're kind of using the same rhythm as the beginning, right? And a 4E and a 4E and a 1. So for the second part, and a 4E and a 1, right? Similar rhythm, same rhythm. Let's zoom into that, right? That's and a 4E and a. We've got sun don't ever shine. So how are we gonna beef that up? Make it into a chord, a double stop here. You always have this pattern in a G shape. So you can use that double stop. Sun don't ever shine. So I'll play the whole thing here. There's a hole there. There's a hole in between the first phrase and the second phrase. So, first phrase. Hole. And then we lead into the second phrase. There's a hole there. We're going to fill these in level 3. Then we're going to lead into the third phrase, which is similar. Again, right here. Be home alone. We're just leading through the chords there. Right, that's the F chord. Right, you have a G chord here. F chord here. Okay, so be home alone. Be home alone. Right, fill that out with 16th notes. And then, knowing that you're gone. So how are we going to fill that out? We could play it like that. Knowing that you're gone. Right, we're hitting the main melody notes. Knowing that you're gone. But we're kind of playing around it. Okay. Cause me to lose my mind. There we're going to play. Just kind of a classic turnaround. Usually on the last phrase, I don't play exactly what the melody is, because if I was to play... I kind of want to fuss around on the guitar on the last phrase. That's kind of where you can have some fun. So I just wrote this simple little thing. Right, that little move in G. But you could do all kinds of different things on this spot. But, cause me to lose my mind. Right, and then we've got a space for a fill. But we're not going to do fills until we get to level 3, which is here. Let's play level 2 all together here. I'm gonna play this slow. Let me play this at 70 beats per minute. Check this out. Whole. So that is kind of the melody with some frills, but there's no response to it. So, right, level 2, what did I say? All call, no response. So we're playing the melody, we're making it sound good, we're adding some double stops, we're adding some lead up runs into notes, but we're still leaving holes where the melody isn't, right? So what do we do on next, right? How do we make this sound like a full break? Well, we need to respond to the melody. Essentially, we're responding to ourselves because we're playing the melody and we're playing the response. So let's look at level 3. Frills, which means we're kind of beefing up the melody with what we can do on the guitar, double stops, 16th note runs up to the melody, like kind of filling things out. with how we know how to. Then we're going to respond within the holes. So now this is what we've got here. Everything's the same, right? Same as part 2. But if you can see, right here, we've got a response. So let's play this. Let's play. That's the melody. Now we have a hole, and we're going to respond to that. And we're just going to play this. Just as simple as that. So check it out. Right, that's the response. Right? I'd rather be in some dark hollow. Respond to the melody. Lead into the next section. Sun, don't ever shine. Right, that's what we got here. Where the sun don't ever shine. Now we're gonna play a response. Sun don't ever shine. Respond. Sun don't ever shine. Respond. Right? Then move into the next phrase. Be home alone. Right here. Be home alone. To the next part. Knowing that you're gone. Now we're just going to keep riffing on that to kind of respond to it. Now we have a space here in the cause me to lose my mind. We're just going to riff on that. We're not going to play exactly the melody, but we're going to go, knowing that you're gone. Right, something like that. We're going to play a G lick at the end. Be home alone. Right, we're just going to go to G blues. And we'll try to end it with a G run. I played something like that. So let's just listen to the cheesy track on what we hear for level 3. Pause that. So that's call and response with frills, and that sounds like a whole break. So let's hear what that sounds like. Call and response with the frills, responding to the melody in between with Strum Machine slow. 70 beats per minute here. 1, 2, 3. So now here's the thing. I have written for you and here are the licks, here's the melody, here's the call, right? Here's the response. But when you start to develop your own style of playing, your responses are different every time. Like for me, I'm just playing something. And you want to have some of this kind of G blues vocabulary. So it just kind of comes out of you. So like, for example, when I play this lick here in between, be something different every single time, right? this lick could be something different every time. This lick is something different every time. And then this lick is something different every time. So I've written something that's exact, but when I play it, and I'll give you an example, it's going to be different every time, but the melody's going to be there, and I'm going to be riffing when I feel like it. And that's kind of the point you want to get to, is you want to develop this. And how do you do that? You just practice, play. You know, that's the one of the great benefits of Strum Machine, is you can just loop stuff and see if you can find things. So I'm going to do this 4 times, and I'll just see what I play each time. Let's do it at 100 beats per minute, and let's just see what I play. Okay, so something different every time there. Some, you know, just some of my own licks, things that I am used to playing. You know, where do you put those licks? Well, you have to get used to practicing a tune, breaking it down like I have in this video, learning the melody, learning a response, and then playing with, you know, different responses that you could do to the melody. And you do that by, you know, kind of, you know, knowing some scales you can use, knowing when and where to use them. Some arpeggios, right? G arpeggio, F arpeggio. What can you play over the C chord? You know, these are all questions that I try to answer on my YouTube channel. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. 3 levels of a break on Dark Hollow. If you like this video, if you like this kind of content, if this is helpful for you, please like, share, subscribe, comment, press all the buttons that you need to press to help me, help you get better at the guitar and bluegrass music. So thanks very much, guys. We'll see you in the next video.